So, Sam here. This is the Atomstack Cambrian 3D printer. It's not just any normal 3D printer, it's the world's first 3D printer for TPR, thermoplastic rubber. It's a material which maintains both the characteristics of rubber and plastic. Check this out. What? Wrong direction. With it, you can print something like this. Which is not possible by those ordinary printers before. So why not have a cup of coffee and watch where I tell you a thing or two about it. But before that, I appreciate some support for my channel by hitting that subscribe button, turning on the notification bell, and giving this video a thumbs up. Your support is the real motivation for me to put a continuous effort into my videos. Now back to the Cambrian 3D printer. To be honest, this is my first time getting my hands on this kind of 3D printer, and I kind of feel intimidated because, you know, the other day I visited my friend Nami Wu's studio and I was quite taken aback by all the different kinds of 3D printers she has. Luckily for the Cambrian printer, it's fairly easy to assemble and use. Since Atomstack gave a pre-assembled machine to me, I will just disassemble first and reassemble it just to show you how easy it is. So, that's all the parts that come within the box. First, fix the Z-axis assembly and the base assembly. Then the print head and tighten 3 screws that's on it. After that, we install the LCD module on the base and the material rack and the handle on the top. The rest is all about the cable connections. Nozzle cable connection, LCD module cable connection, Z-axis cable connection, Z-axis left motor, right motor, and limit switch connection. And that's it. As far as kits go, the Cambrian printer is fairly straightforward to put together. Assembly doesn't require any tools beyond the included ranges. All in all, it took me about 15 minutes to assemble, though I'm totally new to it. Of course, it's always a good idea to read the manual carefully before starting, or just watch my video. Speaking of the manual, I have got to praise Atomstack for that. It is beautiful, professionally printed, and basically anybody can understand it. After that, you're almost ready to print. But before you do, check the status of the parts, just like checking your boss is not beside you when you are going to be lazy. There are 4 aspects you have to check, which are listed very clearly in the handbook, such as whether the structure is loose, the belt is slack, the nozzle is clean, and the equipment is labeled correctly. The format to assemble I don't want to illustrate here. The third one normally needs to be done after printing, so I will introduce that a little bit later. What I want to show you is the last one, the level calibration, which is also called the first layer calibration. Turn on the printer, click Move Page, and then tap the leveling button to enter the leveling page. Click the number 1 button to level. Wait until the print head moves to the lower left corner of the hotbed. At this time, you can place an index card on a business card, or, as the manual suggests, 3 layers of A4 paper between the build plate and the extruder. Then, here's the fancy part. Adjust the leveling handle wheel below until you feel some resistance when moving the paper back and forth. Then, the first point is leveled. Then, repeat the above steps for the second, third, and fourth points to level. Finally, is the 5th point. If the 5th point is also leveled, then end the leveling. If not, then level the 4 points 1, 2, 3, and 4 again. Sounds a little bit complicated, but it's a straightforward routine and it can be done in a minute or less. Of course, before you finally start printing, you have to configure the Atomstack Cambrian slicing software and prepare the print files, which is really well illustrated in Atomstack's manual. Just follow them step by step, you will get there. Or if you are too lazy, then just use the TF card delivered with the Cambrian printer. It has some interesting models here and you can try those first. Insert SD card to the slot that's on the base, then insert the wire into the nozzle. Normally I suggest you trim the wire to the pointed tip first for easier inserting. If you have difficulty inserting, then try rotating the direction of the wire. And then select the file you want to print and click Start. Then we need to wait. The hotbed will be heated first and then the nozzle starts heating. You will notice the indicator on the print head shows a different status as heating is processing. After they have heated to the target temperature, the printer will start printing. Guys, I got to tell you, it's so fulfilling to see my first print after all this waiting. As for my first golf print, it took me about 3 hours. After the printing finished, then just remove the support. Yes, it takes some effort. By the way, don't forget to clean the nozzle after each printing. Just insert the needle through from above and push it back and forth several times until the nozzle has no residue to squeeze out and the cleaning is complete. All told, I completed several prints with the Cambrian. The print quality was uniformly above average. As you can see, it did well in rendering fine detail on different objects. None of the finished prints had any significant problems, and many showed no visible flaws. And you know, the objects are bouncy and are flexible. Unlike those hard 3D prints which have limited usage, with this one you can print a really wide range of objects, from insoles to even horseshoes, face masks, wallet, golf balls, anything you can think of. But wait, what if I want to print hard materials? The Cambrian has got you covered too. It has another print head supporting 1.75mm hard materials. How cool is that? And now, finally, to my conclusion. To be honest, when Atomstack reached out to me with its Cambrian 3D printer, my first impression was feeling kind of worried that I couldn't learn to use it very well, but it's really not. With a couple hours learning, I can assemble and print without any issues. If I can do it, you can do it too. So that's the first reason I recommended it, which is its ease of use. The second one is the build quality. Normally, manufacturers of under $500 3D printers have to make some compromises to performance or quality to keep their prices low. But that's not the case for the Cambrian. Just check out the solid design. It's all made of aluminum alloy, which looks elegant and premium. The intuitive touch of LCD screen, no complicated setups here and there, and with the modular print heads, you can print with a variety of filament types with soft or hard materials. It performs like a boss, print out a variety of objects with no misprints and good handling of detail. I can even find an obvious disadvantages of it. If you have to name one, then I would say it's time consuming. It takes a lot of time to print some complicated objects. But that's the issue for any 3D printer on the market. Maybe we shouldn't call it a big issue, since you basically just tap start and you can do something else while waiting. It doesn't need on-site monitoring. Considering all of those, I would say the Atomstack Cambrian 3D printer is for everyone. Whether you are newbies or experts that are looking for a versatile 3D printer to pass time during social distancing regulations, or churn out professional prints, or even start a small business, this one is for you. It has a modest price tag, but it's big on both performance and reliability. It's an easy pick as my winner for low-cost 3D printers. And of course, I highly recommend it. If you are interested to get one of these, please check out the link in the description. Currently it's in a crowdfunding campaign, and the price is the best you can get. Alright, that's it. I hope this video has helped you in some way. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below. Stay subscribed. I'm Sammy. See you in the next one. If you don't subscribe, I will